Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a few days or a week. I'm not sure the last time I posted. Hi guys, I've been going through it. I'm going to be very transparent with you guys. I've been struggling so much with my mental health. Um, Work has been very, very, very stressful. It was too good to be true. When I was finally loving my job, if you've been watching my videos, you know when I started working here, it was really bad in the beginning. Things didn't start off good. I started working with this teacher that was not doing her job. I was new doing everything. I was new taking over the class. It was like I was the lead teacher instead of the assistant. But little did I know that this teacher would be the person that I trust the most at the job I work now at. I don't trust her 100%, but at the same time, I would trust her over other people at my job. I don't have nothing against any other teachers, but now I'm able to see how things are run at that job. Working with women has never been good for me. Like, I feel like working with just women is always some kind of drama. There's always, I don't know. I just feel that I don't know if I'm choosing the wrong jobs. I'm praying for the wrong jobs. I'm applying for the wrong jobs. But every daycare, guys, every daycare I've worked at, preschool, I've always had issues, and like I have been there for about 5 months and it's a mess. Well, if you haven't watched my other videos, okay, when I first started working there, they put me with the little ones, which that's my favorite class. Like, they had me with the little ones, and at first, there was drama with this teacher. I had to bring it up because she was not helping me. I was new and I was doing everything and taking over the class, and it became very overwhelming because I'm not the lead teacher. I was like, I need some guidance. I shouldn't be taking over a classroom where I have no idea what the schedule is or anything, but this teacher was a little off. As soon as I started working there, she started telling me all her personal stuff and very, very intimate stuff that is not appropriate to be talking about at a daycare. And I did bring it up to my boss, and this teacher apologized for making me feel uncomfortable. And we kind of squashed it because like we talked through the stuff, and even though yes, she was still kind of not helping me with certain things, but she did a lot better. Like, she started, being more present, because that was the issue. She wasn't really present, and I was the one always, making sure the kids weren't biting each other, hitting each other, basically getting hurt, because when when you work with little ones, you know that it's hard for them to share. They're learning to share, and there's a lot of fighting and trying to bite and all that stuff, so it was very hectic in the beginning. But then I feel like I took over. I feel like it depends on the personality. I feel like I was never really like a lead teacher. I've always been an assistant, but I took that role, like, because everybody's different, but I feel like I had that personality to take over, but at the same time, I was like, I shouldn't be doing all this because I'm not the lead teacher, but it was in my nature to just take over, and the kids started listening to me. It started working out. We started working, not perfect as a team, but a lot better than from when we first started, So I was finally enjoying being in there with her and the kids, and I got attached to the kids like I always do. I get so attached, and so I was there, and then a teacher, teacher that was a floater ended up quitting. So then they had me do floating, or like I was a floater for like a month and a few days until they hired someone, you know. So I was giving everybody their breaks, so I was barely in that classroom. So I was like, okay, like I can't wait for the new person to get hired so I can work back with the little ones, because I love it, you know. Now I know the routine, everything, you know, is going smooth, and I was so excited. And then like I was waiting, because I think I did, yeah, the floating for a whole month, and then I was like, okay, finally on Monday this lady is gonna get hired, she's gonna start working because she got hired, and I'm gonna go back to the being in that classroom. But no, little did I know that another teacher was gonna get fired at a different classroom with the older kids. And it's confusing because my boss had given me a choice, because she asked me, she's like, oh, are you interested in being with the older kids? And I was like, in a way, like it threw me off, because I didn't think she would like want to ask me to be there permanently. I thought she would ask me like, oh, can you cover until we hire someone? But she didn't. She just said, just think about it, let me know, you know, because it was the weekend. She told me right when I was clocking out. It was on a Friday. She's like, just think about it this weekend and then let me know. So the more I thought about it, I was like, no, like I didn't sign up for this. I have more experience working with the little ones, you know. And they're finally, you know, we're getting this classroom all like, you know, like what is the word, like we were already having everything under control. Like we had a routine going, you know, because we were lacking in the beginning, like because like I said, I took over, so we didn't communicate good. But now that we were kind of communicating, things were getting better. It's like they took me out of the classroom, and now I feel bad because now it's like a disaster in there again. I go visit them on my breaks because I miss them, and yeah. But yeah, so the thing is, like I told my boss, like I didn't even wait until that Monday. I had texted her. I'm like, you know what, like I want to be 100% honest with you. I feel more comfortable and basically more confident being in the classroom that I'm already at, like the classroom that you hire me in, because I have the most experience there, and that's my favorite age group, you know. And I told her, honestly, this is not the classroom I want to be in, but I'm wanting to be in there until you hire someone. And all she said, thank you so much for your hard work, and thank you. That's all she said. So I've been there for about I think 2 weeks now, 3 weeks almost. And the teacher has already calling out a few times, and today was one of the days. And the thing is that my boss does not communicate with me at all. It's like, I don't know, she hasn't even told me, oh, we already, you know, looking to like, oh, we already are looking at applications or something. No, she doesn't let me know anything. So as far as I know, you know, I'm only supposed to be there not permanently, in the meantime, until someone gets hired, because summer's almost over and the new school year is gonna start soon, you know. So it's like, where am I gonna be, you know? And I know that the little ones, like they're getting less kids because they're moving up. So yes, there's less. From when I first started, we had like 15, I believe, and now I think there's like 9. But it's like, that's the class that I signed up for, you know. Everybody has their teacher except the 2s, you know. Now it's just the 1 teacher. And then in this classroom, you know, like the teacher wasn't there today, so another teacher helped me. But when she would take certain kids to go use the restroom, I had to stay with certain kids, you know. And none of them were listening to me. Like, forgive me, God, but there's a few of them that I can count in one hand that do not listen at all. Like, they're very, 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 very aggressive, like, or they're like pushing, hitting, throwing things across the room, yelling, saying not kind words, you know, to me. And it's just like, I don't have that personality where like you can just give them the stare or like be very stern and they'll listen. No, like they'll laugh. Like, I try to be very stern and serious, and no, they take me as a joke. They don't listen to me at all, because, you know, kids don't do good with change. Like, they know the teacher's not there, so they've been acting up. And even when the teacher's there, the one that is now the lead teacher, because she was the assistant, but since the lead teacher got fired, now she's taking the role of the lead teacher. And like, I feel like she's really nice, but she's always having me like do circle time with them, or you know, do this and that, but they don't listen to me. Like, they do not listen to me at all. And they're the older kids. You would think like I would be struggling more with the little ones, but it's them. Like, you know, they don't listen to me at all. And like, it's very chaotic. There's, I believe, 22, 24 kids in total in that classroom, and it's just intense, guys. Like, it's very intense. And every morning I wake up at 2 in the morning every single day. For a while I was waking up at 1:30 or 1 in the morning. Like, it's crazy. Like, I've always woken up so early, but it's like I've been waking up extra early, and I think it's because of the stress and just too much going on. And I know that that maybe I need to go look for another job, but it's like those hours are so hard to find, guys. And like, it's just hard when you work so hard and people don't see it and they take advantage. And like, another thing that I've noticed is like, in that classroom, my boss, like, she walks in a lot, and like, she just starts like just chatting it up with the teachers. So then it's like the kids become loud because they're like, oh, they're not paying attention, let's be bad and be loud. And then I'm there trying to like take control, and it's just like they don't listen to me. And it's like, it's so like embarrassing that I can't like control a classroom. Like, they don't listen to me, and it's just chaotic and like very stressful, and it's gotten to me a lot, guys. I've been crying every day, and I'm at that point where like I want to quit, but at the same time it's like I can't quit right now. You know, my sons are about to start school. I need to get them school supplies. I need to get my oldest a phone for safety reasons. There's so much I need to do. I need to do stuff for my sister for her baby shower, and it's just like so much going on. Our bills, we owe a lot of money. Like, it's a lot of stuff, guys. And my husband, his jobs are not like full time. It's like side jobs, you know, and it's just, it's a lot. And to live here in California is so expensive, you know. And I don't know. And we have our condo, which we should have sold it a long time ago, but I don't know. That's a different story. But it's just been overwhelming, guys. So I just asked for prayer. It's just like I was finally getting so excited about my job. I was so happy to go to work. I love my little ones. Like, they are my everything. And like on my breaks, I always go see them. Like, they are my everything. Like, they bring peace and love in my life. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like, they're like my babies, you know. And I miss them. I miss being in that classroom, and it's just a different vibe. Like, I don't know. And I feel like my boss, like, I see her differently. You know, it disappointed me when like the whole incident about like her and the teacher having me sign a paper for like an incident report when I wasn't even in there. I was on my break, but they wanted me to sign it because they were so scared about the parents, that they're very rude to them, I guess. But it's like, you threw me under the bus when I wasn't even in there, so I had to sign it. But I was so dumb for signing something that I shouldn't have signed because I wasn't there, you know, because a child scratched another child, and they had me sign as the witness, and I'm so retarded for signing it. But I thought it was like that. I thought me and the teacher were signing it because we were in the classroom, like in general, not like physically there, because I was on my break. But at the end, I saw the paper, and it was just me who signed it. Basically, that I'm the one who saw this kid scratch this other kid when I didn't, and the boss should have signed it, and the teacher, you know, because they were there. So I was so unprofessional, you know. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just like I always drained going to work. I try to do my best to be positive and kind, but it's just like I'm just shut down. Like, these kids don't listen to me at all. And then the thing is that when the teacher is there, like, she sees that they don't listen to me when I'm trying to read a story or like put some music. Like, they are louder than my voice. They're louder than the TV, louder than when I'm reading. And it's just so overwhelming, you know. And like, they don't care, you know. And I don't know. And today, there's another teacher that has been there forever that is in a different classroom. She took over, but when she would take the kids to the restroom, I had to take over, and they were not listening to me at all. They were going insane, throwing things across the room, just making a mess, like destroying things. And like, I don't know, it was intense. And like, I wanted to cry so bad, guys. And it doesn't help that I'm on my, you know what, my period. And it's just very overwhelming. And I don't know. And the thing is that I was so positive this morning when I woke up at 2 in the morning. You know, I was like, you know what, God, or no, I woke up at 3 something this time because I took melatonin and I took this other vitamins that help me relax, you know, and it makes me at least sleep for 1 more hour, you know. So I basically woke up at 3 in the morning and I was just praying so much, and like I was asking God to give me strength for the day to go good. But it's like I felt like I was tested. As soon as I got there, I noticed the teacher wasn't there and the kids started acting up. And usually we play like a morning song, like the days of the week, and then they like this, like right now we're doing planets, so like they like this planet song, but it's like nothing I was doing was working. They were like not having it, and I try to be firm, but they would laugh and they saw me as a joke, you know. And it's just heartbreaking because I care so much for these children, but sometimes you're just not meant to be in that classroom, you know. I don't have that personality or that character for me to be like stern and for them to listen. Like I feel like my heart is just to be with the little ones, you know, because you make it fun. They listen, they get excited about everything, they love to learn, you know. And with these older kids, it's like they're over it. And I don't know, it's just like a lot of them are gonna start kinder after the summer, but the ones that give me a hard time, I heard they are not ready to go to kinder yet. So I'm like, great, like, you know. And I don't know my status. I don't know if I'm there permanently and they're lying that I'm only there temporarily. I have a feeling that they're not looking to hire anyone, and they're gonna keep me there and lie to me and say like, oh, we're still looking for someone, because I don't know, I have a feeling in my gut that they're in no hurry to hire someone to be in that classroom. So I'm trying to be strong and stick it out, or how does it work, like to just suck it up until the summer's over. And when when this new school year comes and I don't see no one getting hired, then I might have to give the hard decision of giving my 2-week notice. I don't know. And I've been looking for a job, guys, but for work, but it's just like everything I look for is like not the hours that I need to have, you know, or I don't know. And there's so much going on. My kid's starting school, my son's starting middle school. It's just like so much pressure, so much stress and change that I'm like drained. I'm literally drained. And I don't know. I just feel like so disappointed of my boss. And because like when I was with the little ones, like I barely saw her because our classroom was far away from like the other classes, and she seemed very like, you know, professional, and like she cared that everything was going good. And after me going to the older kids, I feel like I saw her true colors, you know. And they can care less if they throw me in the room where like kids don't listen to me, and like I'm basically new in that classroom, and they didn't care. They didn't really guide me or anything. And the teacher's awesome. Like the teacher's really nice. It's just like, I don't know, they don't care. They only care about themselves in a way. Like I don't know how to explain it, because like when they had me sign that paper, it's like I saw them differently, you know. Like, wow, like you guys really made me sign something when I wasn't even there. I was on my break, and you guys think that's professional. And then another thing is too, like with the AC, you know, where I live, it gets a 90 something degrees, 100 degrees. And now they started to put the AC, but when it's like 85, 90, it's like I never feel the AC. They wait until it's like 95 to put the AC on. And if they do put it on, they only put it on for a little bit and then they turn it off. And it's like constantly hot. I'm constantly hot in that room. My breathing gets worse. Like I feel like it triggers everything, you know. And like, and I know it's not worth my mental health to go through this and like not even get paid that good, you know. And to be a part-timer, I only work 5 hours, but I work the hardest hours at work, because when I leave, they wake up from nap, they eat snack, and then they play outside until they get picked up. So I literally, technically, I'm there for the hard hours, the hours that they have to learn, the hours that, you know, they're like all over the place. So it's kind of like I get the hard times. And then like I'm basically putting 24 kids to sleep on my own. Like they'll come to help me, and then they'll put one to sleep and then they leave. So I'm basically the one putting all of them to sleep. And yeah, some of them do fall asleep on their own, but other like the bad ones, I have to put them to sleep, you know. And sometimes I can't even put any of them to sleep. And then when I was with the little ones, I can put them to sleep like that by myself, you know. And I was able to clean. In this classroom, I don't have a chance to even clean one counter. It's, I don't know, it's different, guys. It's like, it's always like a drain. Like, it's sad to say, but it's like I always drain going to work. It just becomes too much. It's overwhelming. And like when they don't appreciate you and they take advantage of you, it's like it makes it worse, you know. It's always the hard workers that they take advantage of, that they don't care how they drain you, how they use you. And I don't know. And I'm trying to stay strong, guys, because I've been praying so much, but it's just so hard to stay positive when everything seems to go wrong, you know. And like, and I pray so much. That's the thing. Like, I keep asking God for peace and like for things to get better, and I feel like it's just a test after test after test after test. So like I'm saying, like he must think I'm like so strong, or I need to be stronger, like I don't know. But it's hard. It's hard, and it sucks, you know. And I never thought I would say, like, I'd rather work with the teacher that I was in the beginning. Like, yeah, she was a little off and things didn't work out in the beginning, but I would a million times work back with the little ones and deal with her than deal with what I'm dealing with now, you know. And the thing is, like, my boss doesn't communicate with me. And then another thing that I feel like it's annoying her, but it's like, come on, like everybody, when they get paid, you know, it's direct deposit. They all get a pay stub on their email. I never get pay stubs. Every time I have to keep bugging her to send me my pay stub on my email. And sometimes she won't send it to me for days. I have to keep reminding her, and it's like, I hate doing that. But it's like, how come I'm not getting my pay stub, but everybody else is getting their pay stub, but not me? So that's annoying. That's another annoying thing, you know. And I don't know. So just pray for me, guys, that if I'm meant to work somewhere else, maybe not. I keep saying that I shouldn't work with kids no more because it's very, like, I don't know, working with women is just too much. And like, I don't know. It's just like I wish that they wouldn't have moved me, guys. Like, things were being so much we're getting so much better with the little ones. Like, they were finally following the routine, and we were having fun, dancing and laughing, and I was just enjoying my work. Like, I was loving my job for the first time in my life. And then for them to just move me and then do this, and like, I don't know. And I know that it was not in the plans for that teacher to get fired. But then it's like, now I wonder, like, even if she didn't get fired, where would they have moved me? Since the little ones, you know, we have like less. We have 9, and that's good for only one teacher. You know, you don't need 2 teachers for 9 little ones. But it's like, then where was I gonna go? Like, that's, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know if, like, with the new school year, if she's gonna have less than that, or if she's even gonna get new kids. Like they're never gonna need me in there. Like, I don't know. That's the thing that worries me. Like, then it's like, why am I wasting time here? But I gotta be strong because we need the money. You know, this is not the time for me to quit. And like, it's so hard for me to find work here. The city that I live in is just so hard. And because like, I need something that will work out with my kids' schedule, my husband's schedule, and my schedule, you know. So I don't know, guys. Just pray for me. It's just like, I'm so overwhelmed. Sorry that I still haven't done the try on. I don't even know I'm gonna do the Fashion Q try on. No, not the Fashion Q, the Amazon 2-piece and the 1-piece outfits. I don't know, but yeah. So hopefully I'll be positive in my next video, guys. But I know I haven't been here in a while. I just haven't been feeling myself at all. It's just like things were getting better, and then like I'm always being tested. I don't know why. But I'm trying to stay strong. I'm trying to just be strong for my family, because they're the only ones that matter to me, and the only ones that why I'm staying here still. You know, I would have quit a long time ago if it wasn't because we need the money and because my kids need to get all these school supplies, clothes, shoes, a phone, and I need to get a laptop. Like, you know, money goes like this. And my sister's baby shower and stuff. So I don't know, guys, but if you stayed this long, thank you so much. And I'm sorry that it had to be a very negative video, but it's just like I needed to let it out, you know, because I do talk to my husband about these things, but it's like I have no one else to talk about these things, and it's just, I don't know. So yeah, just pray for me. And yeah, but anyways, guys, be safe out there. Pray for the world, because the world is insane. It's crazy. It's sad. In a scary world we live in, but we just have to keep praying. And yeah, but anyways, guys, I love you guys so much. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.